From plenty of teams interested in trading for the former number 3 pick, to the young all-star ready to lead the franchise after signing a rookie max deal, here's the real reason why LaMelo Ball is staying with the Charlotte Hornets. Plenty of teams have inquired about a potential trade for the young star. Lonzo Ball might not have had the luck to cut it in the NBA, with injuries ruining what could have been a special player, but LaMelo is making the Ball family proud, with performances of the highest order for the Hornets. Those displays haven't gone unnoticed, with plenty of teams, including the likes of the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics, looking to make a move for the young talented PG. He experienced a breakthrough campaign for Charlotte in the 2021-22 season, before raising the standards significantly in the 2022-23 campaign. So I'm not surprised by the Rockets and the Celtics taking a liking to Ball, with Houston even making a move before signing Fred VanVleet in free agency. As much as I like LaMelo in the Charlotte Teal, it would have been an exciting move to the West if the Hornets were to agree to a trade. Houston has some of the best young talent in the entire league, and now with Ime Udoka running things his way, which included closing the door on a return for James Harden, Ball could have been the ideal ball runner and guard that the Rockets needed to contend again. He's a floor raiser, and that's why even Boston was considering flipping Jaylen Brown to land Ball, who'd be an underrated addition next to Jason Tatum in TD Garden. The Rockets tabled a decent offer, with Jalen Green and the number 4 pick of the 2023 draft, Amen Thompson, going the Hornets' way. But Charlotte rejected the idea before it could develop. And Ball also didn't have any plans on leaving Charlotte. That's right. The Hornets aren't the kind of franchise that can get you out of your seat. I mean, what's the best case scenario for a franchise like the Hornets? Finishing 12th? That's why a player as talented as Ball is, wasting his career in Charlotte isn't usually considered a good idea. But it's clear that LaMelo has seen something in the 2023 offseason with the franchise. Because not only did he sign a 5-year Supermax extension with the team that drafted him, but he's also ready to become the face of the franchise. Why would someone as talented as Ball, who's got plenty of interest from all over the league, choose to extend his contract with the Hornets instead of taking the easy way out and playing for a team with a better position to contend? Well, it's hard to answer the question, but whatever promises the Hornets front office made him, they seem to be working. Because Ball is super motivated about the 2023-24 season. Most analysts expect him to register career best numbers, and if he does that, the Hornets might actually have something to play for after the regular season is done and dusted. The franchise hasn't made the playoffs since 2016, when they lost in the first round, and they haven't won a playoff series in more than 2 decades. LaMelo looks all set to be the star who brings postseason memories back to Charlotte, and maybe that's why he's decided to extend his stay with the Hornets. But there's also a lot of other reasons why he's staying. Check out their new look roster, for instance. You're lying if you pretend it didn't move you. Getting Brandon Miller in the 2023 NBA draft was a genius move. I know there's some criticism about their management for passing up Scoot Henderson, but based on what they have in their current roster, Miller made perfect sense. And there's not much to separate the two stars. I mean, they've already got Terry Rozier partnering up with LaMelo in the backcourt, add Miller to the front court, and with the likes of PJ Washington and Gordon Hayward, you've got a team. They should be interested in a center during the 2023 free agency, with some talented names still available. And if they can sort out their depth issues in the center position, the Hornets can actually make some noise in the East in the 2023-24 campaign. After the domestic violence plea deal, Miles Bridges is also set to return to action for Charlotte. And he might not be the ideal role model as a person, but he's a fantastic player. If he returns to the lineup, then the Hornets will have one of the scariest rosters in the league, with Scary Terry, Ball, Bridges, and Miller starting for them. All they need is a dominant center, and the East will have another problem to deal with. Knowing this, it's understandable to see why Ball's decided to extend his stay in Charlotte, because the 2023-24 Hornets look a bit too good, if they can come good on their potential. To make things interesting, they've got some depth too, with Hayward, Washington, James Bonite, Mark Williams, and others making up the numbers. LaMelo is still the most promising name on that roster by far, and his development in the last couple of seasons has definitely given some lifeline to the Charlotte supporters. To be fair, even since his first season in the NBA, Ball has looked supreme. He was the Rookie of the Year in his draft class, winning the award ahead of Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, Tyrese Halliburton, Desmond Bane, and Sadiq Bey. Some really promising names. And he followed it up with an even better season in his second year, improving his PPG by nearly 5, while adding 1 more rebound and 1 more assist to his rookie year average. LaMelo came up with 20.1 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 7.6 assists over 75 games, which is honestly insane, especially for someone in only their second season. He's also averaged 1.5 steals per game throughout the 3 seasons in the NBA, but the 2022-23 campaign was outrageous, even by LaMelo standards. 23.3 PPG, 6.4 RPG, and 8.4 APG. Along with 1.3 steals, it's madness, I tell you. If he hadn't gotten injured and missed the majority of the season, the Hornets could have snuck into the play-in, but they tanked instead, and have added one of the most talented players of the 2023 draft class to their roster. It's a win-win, with Ball balling next to Miller, Rozier, and Bridges. Given this all-around ability, which very few modern-era ballers have, he can contribute in many different ways, especially since he's 6'7", which is pretty tall for a guard. Not to mention, he's a fantastic three-point shooter, something that the Hornets desperately need. Ball averaged just over 35% from the range in his rookie campaign, which wasn't very impressive, but there was a lack of good looks contributing to his numbers. As a prospect, analysts noticed how good he was during college from the three-point range, and he brought that level to the NBA in his second season, shooting at 39% in 75 games. Those are some serious numbers. Plus, he was making some big shots with relative ease. Charlotte will need more of the same from him in the upcoming season, if they're to make it out of the East. His 2022-23 campaign was also a reminder that he's a great shooter. He made nearly 38% of all shots he took from beyond the arc. And now with the addition of Miller to the roster, expect Ball to get better looks this time out. If he can improve his career average, which is hovering in the late 37%, you best believe he's improving on his 23.3 PPG from the 2022-23 season. I still can't wrap my head around the young All-Star, who's already averaging 19.4 PPG in the NBA, in what is only his 3rd season in the big leagues. The best is yet to come. And you can say the same about the Hornets too, with LaMelo set to lead the young Charlotte side by example. Their future might not be very certain, especially with Michael Jordan's exit and the Hornets currently in between owners. Mitch Kupchak, Charlotte's GM, labeled Ball as the cornerstone piece of the franchise. And for Ball himself, the decision to extend his contract wasn't very hard. He believes his time off the court in Charlotte has been great, and on the court, the basketball aspect of his life is going really well. He's also super excited to play alongside Miller, as he believes the number 2 pick is the perfect fit for this Hornets side. But most importantly, LaMelo can't wait to link up with Bridges again, once the 2023-24 season gets underway, because they're both great friends. He also became the first player in franchise history to earn a rookie max deal. And Ball will be hoping to come good on the promise, as he's set to earn a staggering $260 million, with the Hornets having only one aim: make the playoffs. The question to ask is, can he deliver? So, from the young All-Star signing a rookie max contract with the Hornets, to rejecting advances from a couple of NBA franchises, that was the real reason why LaMelo Ball is staying with the Charlotte Hornets.